So the next topic remain from the previous lecture, that is the neurotransmitter. Okay. So now let us discuss about the neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter. So as we have discussed in previous lecture that the information through the nerve fiber throughout our body travel in the form of electrical impulse. But that electrical impulse get converted into a chemical messenger when it reaches to the place of nerve ending. जब ये nerve ending के पास पहुँचता है nerve impulse, तो वहाँ पे ये chemicals के form में convert हो जाता है. Before nerve ending, the information or the messages, or we can say that the nerve impulse travel or carried through the nerve or neuron in the form of electrical impulse. But when it reaches to the nerve ending, which is the end part of the neuron का end part होता है, on that place the electrical impulse get converted into the chemical impulse or chemical messenger, and that chemical messenger is known as the neurotransmitter. So in the form of neurotransmitter, the messages or information get transferred from one neuron to another neuron. It means the place which is known as synapse, at that place in previous lecture we have discussed that information travel from one neuron to another neuron. And in which form the messages or information travel, so that form or that substance, that chemical substance, it is known as neurotransmitter, in the form of which the messages or information travel from one neuron to another neuron. So first of all, let us define the neurotransmitter. So the information or the messages across the synapse, with the help of a chemical message, or we can say that information or nerve impulse. Messages means impulse across a synapse transmit with the help of a chemical substance, and that chemical substance it is called neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter between two neurons. In the nerve fiber in our body, between any two neurons, the impulse or information travel or crosses across the synapse. It is in the form of a chemical substance, and that chemical substance it is known as the neurotransmitter. So neurotransmitter is a chemical, और वही chemical जो है वह when the synapse, जब हम आपको बताया कि वहाँ पे neurotransmitter का स्ट्रक्चर भी बताया गया था, जो कि ये बनते हैं inside of vesicle, and that vesicle is known as synaptic vesicle. So synaptic vesicle में ही ये पाए जाते हैं neurotransmitter. And when the synaptic vesicle reaches near the presynaptic membrane, जो कि membrane होता है nerve ending का, तो जब ये nerve ending के membrane के पास पहुँचते हैं, then it becomes dissolved. The membrane of presynaptic or membrane of nerve ending along with the vesicle, they becomes dissolved and open into the synaptic cleft. And when they open into the synaptic cleft, the neurotransmitter releases into the synapse or into the synaptic cleft, and then it is received by द रिसेप्टर, कुछ इस तरह का डायग्राम हम लोग बनाए थे। दिस इज द मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ nerve ending, and when inside these vesicles, these are the vesicles with the neurotransmitter. So when these vesicles with neurotransmitter, here the impulse travel in the form of electric impulse. ये जो है electric impulse में electric impulse in the form of electric impulse from the cell body, the impulse in the form of electric, they transmit towards the nerve ending, and when it reaches to the terminal part of nerve ending, they becomes transfer the messages to some chemicals or convert the messages in the form of a chemical, and that chemicals in the form of are inside the vesicle, synaptic vesicle. Inside the synaptic vesicle, they becomes found in the nerve ending, and when it reaches near the presynaptic membrane or membrane of nerve ending, they becomes open and releases the neurotransmitter into the synaptic cleft. Synaptic cleft में ये neurotransmitter को release कर देते हैं, synaptic cleft or synapse, and that chemicals or neurotransmitter becomes received by the receptors present on the postsynaptic membrane. ये जो receptors present होते हैं postsynaptic membrane पर, receptors, they are present in the postsynaptic membrane. Postsynaptic membrane means the membrane of dendrite. It is responsible to have the receptors, and these receptors receive the messages from these chemicals which are known as neurotransmitters, and after receiving by the receptors to the neurotransmitter, the messages again transform into the electric impulse. Means here the electric impulse again generated into the next dendrite, and that electric impulse from the dendrite transfer to the cell body, and from the cell body through the axon it again reaches near the nerve ending, where it transforms into the chemical messenger that is known as neurotransmitter. So in this way the messages or information carried and jumped into the next neuron in the form of neurotransmitter. So from one neuron to other neuron, the information or the messages transfer only with the help of neurotransmitter. So neurotransmitter clear है सबको? What is the function of neurotransmitter and what is neurotransmitter? Okay, तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. एग्जाम्पल जानते हैं कौन कौन से एग्जाम्पल होते हैं न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर के. तो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ neurotransmitter. So a most common example of neurotransmitter, it is the acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the most common example of a neurotransmitter. Then there is another neurotransmitter known as dopamine. Acetylcholine and dopamine. Then another is norepinephrine, which is also a hormone known as stress hormone. When we will discuss about the endocrine system or endocrine gland, we will discuss about the adrenal gland. So from the adrenal gland there are two hormones released, the epinephrine and norepinephrine. So norepinephrine is also act as a neurotransmitter. Then serotonin is also an example of neurotransmitter. Here, dopamine is responsible for the happiness. Okay, it transmits the impulses of happiness in our body. So, due to lack of dopamine, there may be the condition of sadness in the body of human. Okay, so these are the various इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर के बारे में अभी तक बताया। ये इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम किसी को? एनीवन? नहीं, तो आगे बढ़ते हैं। देन आफ्टर न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर देयर इज अनदर टॉपिक। हाँ बोलिए। हाँ हेलो, आवाज़ क्लियर नहीं हो रहा। हाँ, आवाज़ क्लियर नहीं हो रही है, बार बार बोलिए। हाँ, कुछ कॉमन देखिए, कॉमन इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए जो है एसिटाइल कोलिन होता है। ओके, और स्ट्रेस के लिए जो है नॉन एपिनेफ्रिन होता है। वैसे ही बहुत सारे होते हैं, कुछ कॉमन यहाँ पे एग्जांपल आपको दिए गए। क्लियर है? अब अगला टॉपिक है आपका न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन। जैसे कि इससे पहले हम लोग सिनेप्स के बारे में पढ़े हैं। सो सिनेप्स इज अ जंक्शन, माइक्रोस्कोपिक जंक्शन बिटवीन द टू न्यूरॉन, बट देयर इज अनदर जंक्शन आल्सो फाउंड रिलेटेड टू आवर नर्वस सिस्टम, दैट इज द न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन। So as the name neuromuscular, it means it is the junction between the neurons and the muscle. Okay, means lastly the information or any kind of response created to a stimulus, in most of the cases the response for a stimulus occur in our body in the form of movement, and the movement in our body occurs due to contraction of muscle. Okay, contraction and relaxation of muscle. So the contraction of muscle occurs when it receives any kind of stimulus or any kind of information or messages, nerve impulse. So nerve impulse to the muscle transfer only with the help of neurons. तो ये जो neurons और muscles होते हैं, they are not actually कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर। जैसे कि न्यूरॉन और न्यूरॉन, दो न्यूरॉन के बीच में एक गैप होता है, दे आर नॉट टोटली कनेक्टेड टू वन अनदर। से इन द सेम वे न्यूरॉन एंड मसल्स आल्सो डू नॉट गेट एनी काइंड ऑफ कनेक्शन, दे आर रिमेन सिचुएटेड इन सच अ वे दैट दे मेक अ जंक्शन विच इज़ नोन एज न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन। इनसे दोनों जो है मसल्स और न्यूरॉन एक दूसरे से ऐसे अरेंज होते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइज होते हैं, जिससे कि उनके बीच में प्लेस एक जंक्शन क्रिएट होता है, एंड दैट प्लेस बिटवीन द न्यूरॉन्स एंड मसल इट इज नोन एज न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन। इसी को हम न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन बोलते हैं। ओके, तो इसको पहले डिफाइन कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं। सो द साइट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट बिटवीन अ न्यूरॉन, especially the motor neuron, between a motor neuron and muscle fiber, between a neuron and muscle fiber, it is known as, this site is known as neuromuscular junction. Okay, and at this place the message or impulse or information or the signal transmit to the muscle from motor neuron for contraction. So for the contraction of muscle, the place to which the signal sended from the motor neuron to the muscle, it is the न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन. उसी को हम बोलेंगे न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन. तो इस तरह से हम एक डायग्राम के थ्रू अगर समझें, सो लेट अस ड्रॉ डायग्राम to represent the neuromuscular junction. So, suppose this is the nerve ending of motor neuron. Nerve ending of motor neuron, and at the same place, suppose this is the membrane of muscle, and muscle contains the mitochondria, and inside the nerve ending there are vesicles. These are vesicles along with the mitochondria. These vesicles also contain the neurotransmitter, the chemicals to which the information sent to the muscles, and in between the muscles and the motor neuron there is a junction, and that junction it is known as the junction. This is the neuromuscular junction. And this one is the membrane of muscle. Muscles are membrane of muscle fiber. So from the end nerve ending of motor neuron to the membrane of muscle fiber, the information also get transmitted to the neurotransmitter, and there is a gap or junction made for that transmission, and that gap it is known as the neuromuscular junction. तो ये क्लियर है न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन, और इसमें जो है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया ये पाया जाता है, दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. Inside the muscle fiber there are a lot of mitochondria. In our body, the maximum amount of mitochondria is found in the muscle fiber, inside the muscle fiber. There are two kinds of muscle fiber, red muscle fiber and white muscle fiber. So especially in the case of red muscle fiber, the maximum amount of mitochondria found are present, and that mitochondria amount of mitochondria ensure the provision of energy for the process of contraction of muscles, because contraction of muscle is required more amount of energy than other activities in our body. हमारे बॉडी में अदर एक्टिविटीज़ के कंपेरिजन जो मसल्स का कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होता है उसमें एनर्जी की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, इसीलिए उस एनर्जी को फैसिलिटेट करने के लिए, प्रोवाइड करने के लिए मसल्स फाइबर के अंदर जो है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का अमाउंट ज़्यादा होता है इन कंपेरिजन टू अदर सेल्स ऑफ आवर बॉडी. So this is all about the neuromuscular junction and the neurotransmitter. The next topic we will discuss, that is the types of nervous action. So our next topic is types of nervous action. Types of nervous action. In NCERT, it is not given in the form of types of nervous system. On that place, it is given as a topic of reflex action. What happens to reflex action? So, before studying the reflex action, we also need to understand about the related term. So, under the types of nervous action, we will discuss. There are mainly two types of nervous action, and out of these two, one is considered as reflex action. So, nervous action can be classified into two categories. There are two types of nervous action. So we will discuss two types. The first is voluntary action. Voluntary action. And the second is involuntary action. Voluntary and involuntary action. So as the term voluntary, it takes place with our will, or it involves the thinking with our brain, means the action performed along with the thinking of our brain, means it is a planned and purposeful action, means there is a planning in our brain occurs to perform the action which is known as voluntary action. But the action which takes place without our will, it means the action which is performed but not planned in our brain. So that action is known as the involuntary action. And there is another difference between the voluntary and involuntary. In the case of voluntary action, there are more than one response may be created for a single stimulus. But in the case of involuntary action, there is a single response for a single stimulus. No option for the response in the case of involuntary action. So in this way, we can classify it, and we also can be understood with the help of examples for these two types of action. So voluntary action, when we take the example as on seeing the snake, there may be a number of possibility to giving response on seeing a snake on the road. जब हम रास्ते में जाते हैं और रास्ते में जो है स्नेक दिखाई दे रहा है, तो ऐसे केस में हमारे ब्रेन में बहुत सारे रिस्पॉन्स, बहुत सारे वे क्रिएट होते हैं टू विच वी कैन डील दैट सिचुएशन. उस सिचुएशन से डील करने के लिए, उस सिचुएशन को कैसे हैंडल करना है, उसके लिए हमारे ब्रेन में पहले जो है थिंकिंग क्रिएट होती है. सो दैट थिंकिंग मे बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रन अवे, मीन्स कुछ लोग होते हैं जो देख करके भग जाते हैं, और टू कॉल अनदर फॉर हेल्प, मीन्स देखने के बाद कोई अगर दिख रहा है अगल बगल तो उनको बुलाते हैं फॉर हेल्प. और द थर्ड रिस्पॉन्स में बी क्रिएटेड दैट टू किल द स्नेक, मीन्स कुछ लोग होते हैं जो स्नेक को देखते हैं तो बगल में कोई भी चीज़ ऐसा पड़ा हुआ है, डंडा पड़ा हुआ है, उससे उसको ये किल करने की कोशिश करते हैं. सो ऑन दैट सिचुएशन or for a single stimulus means seeing of a snake on the way, there are possibility of more than one response. अभी इसी एग्जाम्पल से आप लोगों को दिखाई दिया कि 3 तरह के रिस्पॉन्स जो है बनने की पॉसिबिलिटी होती है. तीनों ही बनने की नहीं, बट तीनों में से कोई एक जो है पॉसिबिलिटी बनती है. सो दैट पॉसिबिलिटी और दैट प्लानिंग ओनली हैपन और ओनली टेक प्लेस बाय द हेल्प ऑफ थिंकिंग with our brain. So this is in the this type of action, it is known as voluntary action, in which the thinking of our brain involved. But the second, that is involuntary. In the case of involuntary, there is a single response for single stimulus. As by the help of example we can understood, on touching a hot object, there is a single response, that is the withdrawal of hand back. जब भी हम कोई हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट को टच करते हैं अपने स्किन से या फिर हैंड से, तो वहाँ पे केवल एक ही रिस्पॉन्स क्रिएट होता है बिफोर आवर थिंकिंग. जब तक हम सोचते हैं तब तक वो रिस्पॉन्स क्रिएट हो जाता है, एंड दैट रिस्पॉन्स इट इज़ द विथड्रॉल ऑफ हैंड बैक. सो in the case of involuntary action, there is no thinking occur to perform the action. And the involuntary action, or most of the involuntary action, is known as the reflex action, or also known as reflex action. So The reflex action is not the other things, it is a type of involuntary action. तो involuntary action होता क्या है, उसी को समझाने के लिए आपको ये टाइप्स ऑफ एक्शन बताया गया है, वॉलंटरी एक्शन है, इनवॉलंटरी एक्शन। तो रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन को कंट्रोल कौन करता है, तो इसके लिए आपकी बॉडी में जो है दूसरा जो सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम पाया जाता है एक्सेप्ट ब्रेन, दैट इज स्पाइनल कॉर्ड।